you, Kevin. Let me
All right, we're here, Louisiana Downs, Parlay for Perfection at the Inside Rail Sportsbook Bar and Restaurant. I have none other than the head coach of the Grambling State University Tigers with me. And I've been a big fan of this man for a pretty good while now. I was just telling him from his NFL days, and I was telling him about him getting to coach one of my guys, which is Tim Tebow. But I'm here with the illustrious Hugh Jackson, ladies and gentlemen. We have him in the building today. We've been looking forward to this for quite some time. When Kevin told me the first time that you were coming, thank you for being on the show with us, Hugh.
Hey, thank you for having me. And I just got to give a special shout out to Kevin. I've known Kevin for a good while. What a tremendous man, a friend of the program. He's allowed us to come here and do several things here, and I just can't thank him enough.
Yeah, what a man. What a man for the community, for everything going on right here. He is reaching in an economic breakthrough here in the Shreveport-Bossier area big time. We can't say enough about Kevin Preston and his whole team that he has here. Speaking of teams, we've got two of the big ones today, Super Bowl 57. I've been watching you over there while you guys were eating and talking. You can't get enough of football, can you?
No, I love the game. It's just something about leading men, being around men, talking about football that just drives me. I'm excited to be here with a lot of my staff. Again, we're having a great time and looking forward to this big game.
It is. That's the biggest. That's what they say. Super Bowl 57. So we got Philadelphia, we have Kansas City. We're just moments away from kickoff, so we're going to have our picks here as well. Philly, 6,614 offensive yards this year. Their opponent's only 5,125 yards. How much does that play in with an offense there? What do you look at that if you're going into that game? What all are you looking at in a game like this?
Well, you said it. I think as a coach, you got to cross all the T's and dot all the I's, right? So there is a huge disparity that way. But at the same time, you have to look who's on the other side, and that's Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. Obviously, Jalen Hurts has had a tremendous season.
Sure.
Philadelphia's had a tremendous season.
Yeah.
But anytime you're going up against Patrick, you got to make sure you're at your best. So it's going to be a tremendous game.
It is going to be a tremendous game. So some weapons on the field today. I'm going to tell you about some game changers that I see. So A.J. Brown, the wide receiver for Philadelphia, 11 touchdowns on the year. He's got 1,496 yards. Devontae Smith with 7 more touchdowns. That's 18 touchdowns right there between two guys in the passing attack. Do you look for them to stretch the field today or kind of keep it underneath?
I look for them to do what they do best, and I think Jalen distributes the ball. He's like the playmaker for their offense. Yeah. He gets into all these guys' hands. As you just mentioned, those guys have scored a lot of touchdowns. I know the tight ends involved, the running backs involved, and he's involved with his legs. So they have a really good offensive football team, and I think Coach Spagnuolo, the defensive coordinator for Kansas City, he's got to come up with a great plan to slow them down.
He really will, and I believe that he will. They run a lot of the read option, and those running backs, Kenneth Gainwell, as well as I'm drawing a blank here on my other guys.
Number 26.
Boston Scott.
Yes.
Yeah, they all get it done. And then Jalen keeping the ball. He is a weapon that you have to account for. I'm worried, though. I'm not worried, but I'm a little concerned. I don't believe he's at 100% with that shoulder strain that he had. So I'm a little bit, or sprain more so than a strain, so I'm a little bit worried about that, but we just talked about it on weapons. Mm-hmm. I'm going to tell you my feeble little coaching mind that I have here, but I'm going to tell you who my game changer for Kansas City is going to be today, and that's one Kadarius Toney. I think Kadarius is about to come up really big in this ball game, going to be some jet sweeps, going to get it out to him quickly and see what happens there. It's going to open up Valdez-Scantling. It's going to open up some of these other guys. And we already know Kelsey's going to find a spot, get there. How does he get so open, Coach?
Because he's that good.
Is he really?
He really is. I mean, you just said it. Every week, people go into the game saying they're going to slow him down, and he ends up with 13 catches, 15 catches, and they just find a way to make it happen. So I don't see that changing today. I think that's going to be the key for Philadelphia. They have to slow down Kelsey. the best they can. Nobody's been able to do it.
Right.
If they can do that, they got a chance. But if they don't,
Well,
Kansas.
let me ask you this. This is from a first person here. What would you do to stop him or slow him down? I don't think you're going to stop him, but you do want to slow him down to get to those spots.
Well, I'm going to double him and I'm going to triple him if I have to. Because I got to make sure he doesn't catch 13 or 15 balls. So there's all kind of ways to do that. You chip him coming off the line.
Right.
You hit him down the field. Yep. You do those things, little tricks of the trade that I'm sure that Jonathan Gannon, who I know extremely well, will do today. But at the same time, it's a big task that's going to be there for Philadelphia today.
Yeah, I think so too. And I think the biggest thing for Kelsey is 3rd and 4th downs.
Absolutely.
That's where you have to stop him because he is a drive extender.
You just said it. That's going to be one of the big keys. The longer Kansas City gets to have the ball, the more chances you give Mahomes, the more opportunities he's going to score.
That's right. Well, I'm going to ask my executive producer right now, Brian Patton, bring me a couple caps up here, Brian. It's time for me and Coach to make our picks. Now, what I want you to do, I want you to come back at the half. We're going to have a halftime show, see what it's looking like, and then see which way we're going to go, what we're going to do there, Coach.
Sir.
All right. So I have a Kansas City cap here. I've got a Philadelphia cap here. Now, we also told you to go to the Gold Bowl, write your name in. These two will be given away here in just a few moments. So I'm going to let Coach make his picks right now on who he thinks is going to win the ball game.
Well, I'm going to really think through this, and I tried to really weigh it as if I was the coach of one of these teams. What would that look like? Yeah. You got the Philadelphia Eagles, who've been hot all season. Yeah. Quarterback's playing extremely well. He's a little injured. Tremendous weapons on offense. Great defense. I mean, they are phenomenal on defense, rushing the passer, stopping the pass. And then you look at Kansas City. The MVP of the league is playing quarterback.
Amen.
The $500 million player at quarterback.
Amen.
With the best tight end in America.
In the game.
In the game, bar none. With the best defensive coordinator in Super Bowls. Steve Spagnuolo's.
Spags is the man.
It goes up, his record to go up against anybody.
Anybody.
So when I thought about this, I go, how is this game going to really end up? I think I'm going to go with that guy named Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, he likes Kansas City, ladies and gentlemen. He likes Kansas City, and for that, I'm going to show you which way I'm going to go, too. I brought the Reds out today. Big Red's going to have a game plan. Mahomes is getting the ball away.
Let's go.
Me and Coach are riding with the Chiefs. Let's go. Ride it on a rock and throw it through the pay window right there. Parlay for perfection. We'll see you at the half.